Norm Macdonald tells a great Bob Dylan story, and maybe as a kind of a tribute to Norm, I will do that now because I've done it. I tell this to a lot of people. Anybody who's ever been to a Bob Dylan show in the last 20 years or so will know that when he plays his old songs, he has radically rearranged them. And so you go to one of his concerts, and I went to one of his concerts in 2009, I think, and around that time, 2008, 2009, and it would be like 2 or 3 minutes into one of his songs where you'd say, "Oh, it's all over now, baby blue," but I had no idea what it was until now, and so this would happen over and over and over again, and everybody sort of goes to his shows. Anybody who's been there will tell basically the same story. So Norm Macdonald tells the story about how he went to go see Bob Dylan in probably in L.A. And they're watching the show, and it's about halfway through the show, and suddenly halfway through, Dylan just looks out into the audience, and he says, and he was staring out there for like a minute, and then he goes, "Ringo, Ringo," and then the spotlight comes on somewhere, like tries to find the spot in the audience that Bob Dylan is looking at, and it lands on Ringo Starr, who's there seeing the show, and so then Dylan and Ringo start having this conversation, and you can only hear Dylan's side of it because, of course, Ringo's not mic'd out in the audience. So they're just going back and forth, and the audience is just sitting there, just watching Dylan have a conversation with somebody who they can't hear. And then finally Dylan says, "All right, I got to go back to this thing." He's calling the concert that he's doing for everybody in the room this thing. And he says, "Do you have any requests?" And Ringo, I guess Norm was near Ringo so he could hear. Ringo yells out, "Maggie's Farm." And Dylan says, "We did that one already." So anyway, that's the story. That very accurate, I think, description of a Bob Dylan concert.